Like a Dragon. Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Or is it Yakuza Pirates in Hawaii? It's a long name. I even said that to someone the other day, and like, dang, that's a mouthful. This game is not nearly as good as the old games. And if someone's played Yakuza, any of them, well, especially the older ones, they would have seen that a mile away. I wasn't too worried about it because I was like, I like Majima, but not that much. I know he's like the fan favorite, but I'm more connected to Kiryu. Kiryu-chan! And the whole Hawaii thing, it was cool to look around Hawaii more. Because I unfortunately played Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, but I only played it for a couple days. Because I died and lost money, and I was like, no, I quit. Then, so I didn't really get to explore Hawaii that much, even though I don't really care about it. I prefer Kamurocho, Kabukichi, Japan, and I don't know, it was cool, because, like, not everyone's been to Hawaii and knows what it's like, or gets more of a point of view, or especially just on an island. But it was kind of nice, it was peaceful and cozy, and... But it wasn't Japan. Half the reason why people play these games is because it's a Japanese walking around tourist, what would life be like over there in that country simulator. Hawaii is just like an American Japan. It's still an island. It's still close to theirs, so like there's gonna be some influence there. Couple Japanese places here and there, a couple Japanese people, like realistically. So it's tough because like this game is trying to do like 5 things at once. It's Majima, it's Hawaii, it's Yakuza, it's pirates, it's, you know, the US. It couldn't have gone further away from what we all know and love, that which is what Yakuza is. There's a very finite formula and style and setting and characters, and if they would have just... What are they doing with Like a Dragon, man? Like a Dragon, Gaiden was good, thankfully. I mean, even that could have been better looking at it now because of this. Ishin was good, but it was random and came out of nowhere. And then Infinite Wealth, and now here. I'm like, what is going on? They're just having a good old time. They're literally turning into Final Fantasy, where there's just so much to go off of now. Which is supposed to be a good thing, but really it's a bad thing. It's the exact opposite. It's a reverse. There's so much content now and so many games that are so similar, but ever so slightly different that... I don't know. I'm not really sure what they're doing or what their plan is. What I was guessing recently is that, you know, you have 1 through 6, 0 through 6 specifically, if you want to count the zombie one maybe, and then everything Like a Dragon, which there's almost as many Like a Dragon games as there was original Yakuza games. I mean, it's not gonna add up if you want to compare like 1 and 2 and then Kiwami 1 and 2 and But yeah, we're talking 0 through 6 on top of Kiwami 1 and 2. But these guys aren't far off. This whole modern Yakuza thing they're doing. And even the show I watched a while ago is really good. It wasn't... I think... Well, the show's a whole nother story. I'm not even gonna go there, but... So, I mean, I've played Kiwami 1, 2, 0, 3, 6, all the way through. I didn't even finish 4 or 5. It's just a recap of context. Played half of Like a Dragon twice. Don't ask. All through Gaiden, all Ishin, like a quarter of Infinite Wealth, and now I finished Pirates in Yakuza Hawaii Dragon alike. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, I didn't finish 4 games technically. Whatever, right? Those particular ones, you know, I played the majority of the good ones. I'm not even gonna bring up Judgment or Lost Judgment. That's a side thing. But I don't know. I think it's time. I think next time they really should just go back to what works. The drama, the dramatic, the pacing, the tone, the energy, the vibe. Even in the older games, I had no idea what was happening. Thankfully, these games lately have been a little more easier to follow along. Like, oh, it's a little, especially because I've been playing them in English, so there's that, but... Oh, you know, they're keeping the plot simpler and a little more emphasizing on the explanations of what's going on, and it's not too deep, but it's explainable to where it makes sense somewhat in a way, sorta. So that's good, but I almost liked some of the best animes, or I guess anime, that's different, but this is basically anime, okay? Is the ones that you can't really understand or fully grasp. Like, hey, I don't know what's going on, but I'm here for the ride. I'm enjoying it. I like it. Ghost in the Shell, for example, Gundam. I don't know what the hell they're talking about half the time, but I'm digging it. You could put Steins Gate in there, time travel. Oh my god. I don't really like Steins Gate, but just some of the best quality things is like, they have a very unique and diverse and special, distinctive way of talking over there. They make everything sound so, the way that it's written is so like profound, and the only thing I'm liking about these games lately, especially this one, is that, okay, I can respect the fact that they're emphasizing the goofiness of it, the humor, which I wouldn't say this game, it didn't really work here because they're in Hawaii, but there's Japanese stuff, but it doesn't really fit the bill. Like, it doesn't go together. It's not the seamless, perfect, kind of flawless sense of humor that that country is known for, let alone these games. And there was some of that in here, but it was so spotty, like, I don't know, it was disappointing. I wasn't excited for it, I wasn't motivated for it, I wasn't inspired to get it. But at the same time, I was like, hey, it is still Yakuza. I do like Yakuza as a brand, as a franchise, as a series. Let's just keep the ball rolling. What's the worst that can happen? Try it out. Worst case scenario, it's not as good. Okay, that's fine. That's really normal, actually. I hate to even be the one that's like, oh, the older games are better, but in this case, it's kind of true. The cutscenes are good.
Hey, mister. Maybe it's time we got something to eat. I mean, we must have talked to almost everyone with a big enough boat.
There really ain't too many people out here, huh?
I think there's 60, if you don't include any of the kids. Most people are probably out fishing or something.
Yeah, this game's just all over the place. It's good, it's bad. It's a good game in of itself. It's a good standalone. I'm not even really into pirates, but it's a good, just overall general standard game. But the fact that it's tied to the Yakuza name, that's what kind of bugs me, is that it's not really... And I'm sure there's many that have the exact same... How can you not? It's so obvious, it's so kind of right in your face that... I don't know. I mean, if their whole plan was to get you to just go back to play the older games, it's working. I've already played most of them, but you can go into some of the older games. If you didn't do every little thing, you can go back and, you know, fuck around and find something to do. There's still the Majima Saga I could go back and do. Finish up 4 and 5. But the issue with those games too that I had was that they are kind of older, and if they kind of Kiwami, I barely got through 3. If they kind of remastered or remade 3, 4, and 5, that'd be kind of nice. 0 still holds up great. 6, Kiwami 1 and 2, obviously. Yeah. I don't know, there's so much to this. It's like, if I want to go play a pirate game, I go play Skull and Bones, I go play Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I go play Sea of Thieves. Like, granted, there's not a lot of pirate games, and I think I don't know what the goal was here. They were just trying to get in on the pirate kind of game community, audience, fan base. I mean, looking at Yakuza as a whole, it doesn't surprise me that they've gone this direction. Like, they were always into boats and water, or you were always on some kind of island, marina, sea life, the beach, the ocean, the Yamato. You know, we know they love their navy over there. But man, they just really went full into it, huh? You could tell, like, the devs are just having fun. Maybe this is like a project. I've tried to piece it together in my mind the entire time. I put 90 hours into this. Maybe they just had this as a project they wanted to do 10 years ago, and all of a sudden now they're able to do that because of the fact that they've established their brand already. I don't know. I keep trying to ask myself, like, why the hell was this game made? Like, who asked for this? I didn't. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know whether I like it or hate. Well, I definitely don't like it. That's the thing, but I don't know. The graphics look good. The gameplay went back to Brawler, just like Gaiden, I guess, like Ishin. Like, it got away from the turn-based stuff, because the turn-based stuff just did not work for me. I hated it. There's other games that have done it better. I've said it before. I've never even really got to talk about Infinite Wealth or Like a Dragon, because I never finished them. But they're always gonna kind of come up with each of these kind of passing Yakuza games that keep popping up out of freaking nowhere. And it was nice to see Majima have his own thing. You know, he's Vegeta, he's Sasuke, he always gets kind of put under the rug, like he's living in Kiryu's shadow. I can respect that. But it reminds me of this Patrick Star game. It's like, okay, Patrick got his game, good for him, but it wasn't really that good. When you emphasize these main characters so much for so long throughout so many years, how long has Yakuza been out? You know, we love Kiryu. Kiryu is Yakuza. Kamurocho is Yakuza. You to just completely push all that aside, it's disrespectful. It's like a slap in the face. And now it's Majima, Hawaii. What? Sega, what are you doing over there, bro? You good? What kind of... I don't know. Is it worth full price? No. Is it... I mean, here's the thing. The only people that are gonna buy it outright, you know, immediately pre-order day one, the whole deal, it's gonna be the Yakuza fanboys. Period. But for just like open-minded players who are casual fans of the series and play all the games and spend hundreds of hours in it, I come to these games for a very specific reason. I didn't come to it because, oh, Kiryu. I didn't come to it because I like fighting games. I didn't start playing because the criminal underground syndicate Yakuza, like, okay, they exist, cool, I never really cared about it that much, whatever, fine. I started playing these because I get to live some sort of simulated fake life over in Japan, which is a country I've been subconsciously obsessed with since I was a kid. So, I mean, sorry if this game was kind of just like a giant shitstorm to me, because... But I gotta look at it like, hey, it's just a game. They're gonna do what they do regardless. There's nothing I can do about that. But I'm also not the one on the internet constantly kind of like making all these posts and being on social media and like, okay, if they actually listen to their fan base, what would they be doing? What would they be saying? Would that make a difference? Does that matter? I just don't really bother with all that. But if here's the thing, if these games keep going in this direction, call me crazy, but I could see these games just going straight into the ground. Because there's gonna be that handful of people that's still buying them, but how badly did this game bomb? Like, it couldn't have done well. Even the thumbnail of Majima going like, it's silly. The cover of the game is way too bright. This sunset flamingo, pink orange. Holy cow, dude. And they had to emphasize the fact that this was a pirate game the entire time. They didn't let go of that for 2 seconds. My issue with pirate stuff is that it's already themed so heavily as it is that it's just overwhelming and kind of obnoxious and annoying. Like, yes, you're a pirate, we get it. But then you got Yakuza pirate stuff. It's too much. But, yeah, what are you gonna do? It could have been better. I don't think it could have been worse. It's just a weird place to be at with Yakuza right now, and I think that's such a shame because I got into the series so late. That, yeah, I wasn't there back in the day as these games were originally coming out, but man, I got into it at a pretty good time, kind of its middle life of like, we're kind of falling off of the old stuff, going into the new stuff, the next gen territory of what these games can do and what they have to offer. And it's been pretty disappointing. The gameplay was fine. But yeah, basically, if you want just a game to burn some time, shit to do, the only good thing, I guess, is that a lot of Yakuza, the main, aside from, literally, there's the story and then there's everything else. The mini games, the side quests, the sub-stories, the collecting, whatever. That's all still in here, thankfully. And that's funny enough what a majority of the time I actually spent doing. The story wasn't even that long. I mean, it was long enough, but how far are they going to be able to push this whole treasure pirate thing? You know, that's only going to be able to stretch for so long. Like every pirate movie and game, I feel like, or treasure hunting is kind of more or less the same thing, really. There's not always going to be like a whole lot to it, right? You have a goal, you meet the goal, it's done, it's over, it's the end, boom, done. But, for what I did enjoy, I enjoyed it long enough to do everything, but that's just what I do, though. That's just what I do in games, especially Yakuza games. Like, hey, I'll do like 75% of everything. I'll skip over the mini games I don't like. I'll collect as much stuff as I can, buy as much stuff as I can. I ended up maxing out my character, the boat. Oh. Yeah, it'll definitely keep you busy. I love, like, just something I can do for hours on end. It gives me something to play. It gives me, which is fine to have stuff to do, but the biggest issue here was that in the other games, I would have had no problem putting in this many hours because it stayed so true to its world. But in this game, I did all those things, and I just felt like it was a giant waste of time. Like, I just wanted to get the game over with and have it be done. I was rushing, and I was... And, you know, another thing is... They've already done everything. They've already done all the good sub-stories, the good, there was a lot of heart in this game, and that's good. I like that. A lot of charm. But they've kind of already done all that. You know, there wasn't really any memorable, like, side quests or characters that you felt empathy for and sympathy and attraction and this kind of magnetizing, like, spiritual connection. Or it was just so kind of like it felt very watered down and saturated and flat and shallow and hollow because they've already just done it all before, and they keep trying to do more or less of the same thing, and they can, you know, switch it around all day long, but it's at the end of the day, it's still going to be the same crap you've done a billion times. Which in this case should be a good thing, but once again, here, it's not. So... yeah, a lot of the same stuff, grinding. Another thing that made this even more difficult as these games keep going on is that the fact that it's a brawler, old school, OG style. Simple, right? Easy, boom, done, no problem. But then what they're doing is combining it with the RPG style of things with Like a Dragon and Infinite Wealth. We don't need this many items. We don't need this much inventory space. We shouldn't need to collect all these things. We shouldn't have to do this and that. Holy crap, dude. It's just a bunch of filler. The issue with Gaiden and Ishin and this one is now that there's craft. They're trying to make it like a full game. Like, it's very spread out and very... But what they're doing, what I'm seeing, is that everything they introduced in Like a Dragon, they're putting it in with these same games that are under the same name, but a completely different gameplay style. which should be very normal actually, because there's, yeah, I mean, any RPG, open world, there should be a lot to do, and that's usually a good thing. I like open world games. It's almost all that I play. But I just think they're reusing assets, they're utilizing old features and things to just kind of keep stacking onto each other, and I don't know. I saw this game a mile away, just like most things, and I was like, hey, let's give it the benefit of the doubt, let's actually play it. I played it and I wasn't surprised, I wasn't shocked, it was exactly what I thought it would be. And therefore I couldn't have been more disappointed, but I was kind of hoping, and I guess it happened here and there, but that it could kind of salvage the damage that it's done and make up for the fact that it is what it is, and the thing that it could be something more, it could be better, it could be bigger, but it wasn't. I like the logo they made. I like seeing Majima's tats, dude. He's so cool, and his knife, and his fighting style was cool, and because we've only got to really play as Majima here and there, and like, so it was kind of interesting having a different perspective and a different point of view on the eyes through Yakuza, and but yeah, I don't know, him not being the mad dog and a psycho and having amnesia, and this is all in like the first 5 minutes, so it's weird because they could have still kept him as Majima, but he was just a blank slate, a blank piece of paper, and that seemed pretty convenient to do, which made him a good guy. If he was still a bad guy, I don't think it would have really worked. And before playing this, obviously, I didn't look up like anything. I saw like the announcement trailer, and then well, I guess I watched the trailers on the game page, and that kind of spoiled a lot of things, but I didn't really care, I guess. Yeah, definitely not the best Yakuza game. I don't know what I like less, this or Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Judgment, Lost Judgment. Even put 4 and 5 in there. Basically the games I didn't even bother finishing because like I didn't think it was worth it, and the death penalties definitely didn't help, and that's such a shame because there's still so much of game to have, but the fact that you're gonna let me die, dude, from some stupid battle and take away half my currency, like, fuck you. That shit I work hard for, man, so I can buy all the abilities. It's a money-based game, it's currency-based, so I can get all the stuff I need and be prepared for what's ahead of me and be able to actually play the damn game. Thankfully this game didn't do that, but so that's good. That's probably the most positive thing, is it didn't give me a reason to quit. I was like, hey, I like it enough to finish it. And for a lot of the previous games, that's what's been the nail in the coffin, is giving me a reason to quit. Yeah, some old familiar faces, some cameos from older characters, but nothing crazy. It started off really well and simple and easy, and then it did, you know, quite escalate quite a bit. But it never got to the point where, oh, there's a lot going down, this is very serious. It didn't give you that kind of, like, excitement that the old games did. I guess you have to be into pirates to kind of like this more. It's just a very particular, you know, culturistic thing to be a part of. I didn't mind Haruka, but I didn't really care for the kid here. I mean, he's a nice kid, but just having kids involved has always been kind of a weird one. Yeah, a couple familiar faces, especially towards the end. Very similar mini games, some, you know, slightly different because, you know, it's a whole different game, so that's normal. I don't know, you know, since the newer these games are getting, the more graphically better they are looking, the more realistic all the food is and all that, and the character models and yeah, there's some definitely good parts, but the issue is it's gonna be like every other hour that you might actually kind of enjoy it. It's not, doesn't have like a very good flow or like a, I don't know. But yeah. Kiryu-chan.